Rusev wanted sex in the morning. Rusev wanted sex in the afternoon. Rusev wanted sex in the evening. Rusev wanted sex in the kitchen. Rusev wanted sex in the arena. Rusev wanted sex down the doctor's office. Rusev wanted sex in the locker room. Somewhere else at WrestleMania. Rusev's a sex addict, we learned last night on Raw. Happy Rusev Day.
WTF! WTF!
Second main roster show in a row, and second time one of the opening shots off the show had a Cultaholic sign front and center from Seal 99 Plays. Thank you to Seal 99 Plays. And also a big thanks to Brian D. Knox for his efforts. Next time you go to a show, take a sign with you. I should say, by the way, if you're new, I'm Ross from Cultaholic.com and you are now a sexual wank pheasant. That Rusev stuff really threw me. So next up we have a very concerned yet a very angry in the face. He's always so angry in the face when he is speaking words. Vic Joseph saying that he would not want to be Jerry the King Lawler because Jerry the King Lawler at the end of last night's Raw would have to stand in the middle of Rusev and Lana. I mean, that's fair enough, Vic. I wouldn't want to be Jerry the King Lawler either. But then Jerry replied to Vic's concern there by saying, I think it's going to be fun. Puppies, etc. This isn't the year 2000. But I was left asking after Jerry said that there, Jerry, what sort of sociopath are you? These are real human beings in a real life, really real conflict. There's a bloody marriage on the line here, Jerry, and you're saying it's going to be fun? You're a sick bastard. Ross here. And Kairi Sane is no longer a pirate, even though her gear still says Pirate Princess on the back. But I'm left asking Kairi, if you're a real pirate, where's your pirate's hat and where's your little wheel, you not real pirate? As her transition into full diddler, in the Cultaholic Wrestling podcast center the word and none other is complete. So if that's the case, WWE, why on earth did the Kabuki Warriors still have their god-awful mashed up theme with Kairi's pirate half still there? That would be like 1997 Kane coming out of the sound of a dentist drill. It's a different gimmick, just changed, man. It's not quite that dramatic, but you know what I mean. And I'm doing it to making the Kabuki Warriors turning on Paige a bona fide WTF moment, because be honest with you, I had no idea that Paige was still managing the Kabuki Warriors. So many times we've seen Asuka and Kairi on Raw in recent times, and each time Paige has not been there, which leaves one question, of course, boys and girls, and that of course has to be, as I destroy my soul even more, what are you doing? I'm blind, Deck. I'm blind. And I've got to talk about this as well. First of all, WWE, what the hell is that? And second of all, what kind of an unstable mentalist, quite frankly, do you have to be to dip into your own wallet and buy a t-shirt that says that, and then put that t-shirt on your body and walk around in public in it where other people and strangers will see you wearing that thing? And third of all, of course, what a week to release that thing there. What with Saudi Arabia being a thing and this week's Raw falling on the first anniversary of the Evolution pay-per-view, a pay-per-view they didn't continue, proving it was just a token gesture to the ladies in the midst of last year's Saudi Arabia show last autumn. And with the whole Jordan Miles thing kicking off as well, what a time to release a t-shirt that says that. WWE. But we'll put it on Becky Lynch and those dickheads, the WWE Universe. They'll buy it because I'm evil and they're stupid. That's what Vince was probably saying, but get in the bin, will you? You might want to see a doctor about that one, like. And next up, I'm questioning why Kairi Sane would go for a back fist like she did when if she just cocked her arm a little bit more, she could have hit the single most devastating move in professional wrestling history, in MMA history, in any kind of combat history, Chris Jericho's Judas effect. Just ask the likes of Kenny Omega, Adam Hangman Page, many world-class professional wrestlers, when they got twatted upside the head by Chris Jericho's wrinkly elbow, they had Judas say, Sane, Judas in their minds. What a banger. So last night we saw what will be looked back on in the history books as the St. Louis screw job because Kairi Sane did not tap before referee John Cone was calling for the bell. The kind of pirate, but not really a pirate, was flailing her arms about like Nikki Cross's really funny WWE 2K20 entrance. If you've seen it, you know. And for some reason, referee John Cone called for the bell. First of all, he's got it against big baldy bastard Baron Corbin, and now Kairi Sane. And next up we have Dio Madden, who was inching ever closer to getting his own thing. I just need to find the time to have Richard to edit it. We're all very busy men. Now there's 25 wrestling shows every single week to review, you know. As he claimed that Buddy Bloody Murphy is set to Flaming Galars, reckons that Raw is the land of opportunity after Buddy, in Dio's opinion, thrived in the old land of opportunity, which was called 205 Live. So first of all, I think Dio needs to look up the word opportunity in the dictionary because 205 Live, while the lads put their heart and soul into it and had fantastic matches, that's more barren than Corbin. And also, of course, as we all know, SmackDown Live between the years of 2016 and 2019, that was the land of opportunity because Shane McMahon, who of course is still will always be, he'll be the best professional wrestler in the world. He said it was, did he, before he took every single pissing opportunity wrestlers with bona fide talent like Buddy Murphy should have been having instead of him and his sweaty forehead. So the Street Profits took about 25 minutes to dance their way through the crowd into the ring. They said some words without saying anything of any note, and then they left. What was the point? Ricochet needs a new neck, so he does. Or maybe, just maybe, he has one of those necks made from Slinky the dog from Toy Story, or the material they used to make Stretch Armstrong, that stuff, you know. Either way, that being the result of an RKO deserves a bona fide. I've said that word far too many times in this video already. Ooh! How am I, WWE? They're the Raw Tag Team Champions, for Christ's sake. We know who they are by now. Now, in my eyes, squash matches were always put on for wrestlers who are fighting their feet in a new gimmick or introducing themselves to the WWE Universe. But not only are the Viking Raiders one of the best and most travelled tag teams of the last 10 years, they're also the current reigning and defending Raw Tag Team Champions. Booking them in matches like that is just pissing lazy and pisses me off, quite frankly. So much that I'll threaten to do something I won't ever do. No less than 8 meaningless squash matches we're on to now for the Viking Raiders on Monday Night Raw. We don't need any more. We want some war. I'm a poet. And I didn't realise those words would rhyme when I put them together, but they did, so that's good. Ask me about one thing I did not expect to see during last night's Raw, and I would have told you I did not expect to see a floating Kevin Nash head while Kevin Nash was dressed up as Arn Anderson. But I did see it, it's there. Sin Cara, right, did the old trampoline over the top rope thing, even though it was made 10 times harder by Carolina being on the apron ting. He didn't even dislocate his shoulder or anything like that. And if that's not a WTF moment, I do not know what is, boys and girls, because last week I saw a video of WWE 2K20 taking the piss out of Sin Cara and that entrance. And 2K20 not only have taken the piss out of everybody in that game, but they've taken the piss out of everybody who played the thing as well. So Sin Cara said Carolina, the graphic said Carolina, Jerry Lawler said Catalina, and her real name is Catalina. I'm confused and I need to sit down. And next up we have Big Vic Joseph claiming that Charlotte Flair has never, ever teamed with Natalya. Yeah, she has, Vic. Natalya's words, not mine. They teamed together on NXT TV, apparently, according to Google, back in 2013 and 2014. And in 2015, both of them teamed with Becky Lynch. All in all, Natalya and Charlotte Flair have been on the same side in tag team matches no less than 10 times during their WWE careers, winning 7 of those matches. So there you go, Vic. And next up we have Dio Madden, who is inching closer, but is being saved by the hands of time. He claims that the IIconics are the longest reigning women's tag team champions in WWE history, and because of that, they are legit. That's like me standing right here, right now, telling you that I can do a cartwheel because way back when I was 10 years of age, I did a cartwheel once, and because that thing happened a very long time ago, and it wasn't very monumental, I'm legit. I'm a legit cartwheeler, but I'm not. I can't do one. I'll break my neck. So Seth Rollins was once again on Raw telling us fans that he's got a lot on his plate. I've been to the pissing thing at the Toby Carvery and put too much on. and we were supposed to be sympathetic apparently. But then Seth Rollins himself in the same promo went on to ask himself why the hell did he accept this match with a massive ginger tree on Raw just 3 days before he's going to war against The Fiend in Saudi Arabia in a match that cannot end for no reason, remember? Cannot end for no reason, that's a double negative. Do you remember when Seth Rollins was the architect? He was the modern day Triple H because he thought about things more than other wrestlers, but now he's as impulsive as I am in Costco. What a place. Seth, man, just settle the piss down, will you? And think about things, you reckless idiot. Whoa, 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 whoa. That thing there says that match cannot be stopped for any reason whatsoever. So why was Seth Rollins saying on this week's Raw the only way to end The Fiend is to beat The Fiend in Saudi Arabia? Why would a pinfall or a submission end that match when that is the very stipulation? Forget about Hell in a Cell, stipulations still count in my mind. How on earth are you, Seth, going to beat Bray Wyatt if nothing can end that match? Insert obvious joke here about beating him off. And next up we have big old Aleister Black, who claims that the definition of madness is to do the same thing time and time again, but to expect a different result. That's insanity, isn't it? Madness is a bit different. That's in my mind, at least. I might be talking bollocks, I don't know, let me know. But if that's the case, Aleister Black, why are you sitting in a dark room every single pissing week, you fool? And who would have thought it? Humberto is actually Dale, the brother of Pete Gus. And then all of a sudden, we found ourselves in the main event segment of the night, which makes me believe I've missed a few WTF moments. To be honest with you, we've shot Ground Jewels predictions today. I've shot a long episode of Straight to Hell today. I've been a bit pressed for time, so I should ramble, I should hurry up. But we learned that Lana left Rusev and shacked up with Bobby Lashley because Rusev only wants to have sex with her. His relationship with Lana was just about his needs. Lana felt that Rusev just wanted to put a bebe inside of her womba. And that's even though Lana has been in an on-screen relationship. This has been seen by people all over the world, Lana, where there's been nothing more than sexual innuendo. I've written a few down here. When she's on the massage table saying, "Oof, I like it deeper. Oof, Rusev was never that good. Oof, shag me harder, Bobby, you big bald bastard." Then we had Bobby saying Lana had needs that Rusev couldn't fulfill. This relationship, whatever this is, this relationship, let's call it a relationship, has had more sexual content than bloody Pornhub. I mean, so I hear, I've never been on what the kids call the porn. Yet she's there saying that my bae, my beautiful and pure bae and spirit animal, is a sex addict when she's left him, clearly, judging by what we've heard, just to get a good old scene to by Bobby. But I'm not being funny, boys and girls. Lana and Rusev, in my humble opinion, took the absolute garbage that was the concept of that main event segment from last night's Raw, and they knocked it out the park. Lana believed every single word she said and delivered it with some sort of conviction. Rusev had facial expressions that belonged on Coronation Street. Everything to do with Rusev and Lana and Bobby is garbage, but those two performances were sensational, and that's going to be a WTF moment. And then Lana claimed that my beautiful and pure Bane spirit animal Rusev has been cheating on her while she has been cheating on him with Bobby Lashley because, and I quote, "Yes, of course Bobby Lashley told me. Of course I believe Bobby Lashley. He always tells the truth." That well-known trait about Bobby Lashley, he always tells the truth. Remember when Bobby Lashley said his sisters would tie him up and leave him in a field and beat him with a broom? Aww. But if there's one thing I've learned in life, Lana, is that you never believe a man who has different coloured eyebrows to the hair on his head. And considering Bobby Lashley doesn't have any eyebrows whatsoever, I think he might be the least trustworthy man alive today. Take that knowledge with you and run free, young woman. But in the midst of that main event segment, I was asking, how lucky is John Cone that Jim Ross no longer works for WWE? Because cast your mind back to the year 2001, Jim Ross did not like white socks. That's Steven Richards. And then we've got the slightly confusing WTF moment in the midst of the utter garbage that is the concept of Bobby and Lana and Rusev. Rusev 1 second is saying, "But Lana, I still love you." Next second, he's got his wedding ring off and shoving it down Bobby Lashley's throat. All it took was an attack from Bobby Lashley, which Rusev must have worked out was coming anyway. It all happened really quickly. He should have ditched her off a long time ago. And I think I've just about covered all of the main bits from that hot garbage yet wonderfully acted main event segment, but I have to end this WTF Moments video with a question. Who on earth working backstage for WWE woke up on Monday morning and thought to themselves, oh, I'm going to book this bit on Raw, right, where Rusev is going to get 2 shots to the knackers. He will then be laying in agony on the floor, where I'm going to have Bobby Lashley and Lana straddle his corpse and start kissing hard, kiss. I've answered my own question. Vince McMahon, you're a dirty old pervert. And that's it for your WTF moments.
Weird.
Thanks for watching. Let us know what you think in the comments below. You can follow us on Twitter at Cultaholic. You can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/Cultaholic. And if you enjoy what we do here at Cultaholic, you can play us to our Patreon page, patreon.com/Cultaholic. Hit subscribe and join us.